Shema Yisrael, Adonai, Eloheinu, Adonai, Echad. Bezat Hashem. For Shlema, L'kol Cholei Amo Yisrael, Bezat Hashem. We're going to continue with the Aliya, with the fifth Aliya in Parshat Mishpatim. Bezat Hashem B'siyata B'shmaya. Please have a seat. Okay, have a seat. Orel, join us. Bora, sit down. This is in English. For you. Continues the Aliya, the fifth Aliya. Lo tateh mishpat evyonecha berivo. We are prohibited in the Torah to tell, the Aliya starts with telling us that even though he's a poor person, you're not allowed to favor him and let him win. Chas v'shalom. And it says over there we should be staying away, distancing ourselves from sheker. What sheker we said in the morning? The most prominent, every Jew almost says this sheker, unfortunately. When a Jew says today is February 8th, it's a sheker, it's not true. Today was not February 8th. Why? Because it's not true. What is today's date? 29th of Shvat was. Today night, it's 30th of Shvat. Tomorrow it's going to be the 30th of Shvat. It's not the 9th of February. If a Jew wants to be honest, cannot say a word of not truth. If you want to say February 9th, by the way you properly to say the Jew, if you don't want to say davar sheker, lying, says here clearly, midvar sheker tircha. If you don't want to be lying, you say according to the Goyish calculations or Gregorian calculation. Boy, you can't smoke here. According to Gregorian calculation, today is February 8th. That's how you're supposed to talk. When is the appointment with the doctor? According to the Gregorian the calculation, May 25th. According to Torah, it's the Torah date, not the Goyish dates. We don't calculate nothing but Goyish dates, and that's how far midvar sheker tirchak. Yes. Quickly, what's your problem?
Facetious, but by that logic, you also have to say you can't say 1 or 2 or 3.
What?
You can't say 1, 2, or 3.
What's the problem with 1, 2, and 3? Is it 1 or is it 2 or is it 3?
Well,
Okay, but it's not February 9th. Okay, 1, 2, 3, Aleph, Bet, Gimel. You're right. That's gematria. But Achad times Shalosh is 1, 2, 3. It's still 1, 2, 3. It doesn't change anything. 28th. Today is the 30th of Shvat, and saying it's February 8th. It's a lie, because it's not February 8th. I don't see what you're saying. Okay, we're not allowed to kill innocent people, right? So the Beis, we're talking about Beis Din now. A Beis Din is not allowed to take a bribe. The Torah tells us. Okay, and then the Torah right away tells us that we are not to oppress gerim, especially a big vera, a Jew who oppresses gerim. The Torah specifically tells us 24 different places how we should be caring for gerim, including in this aliyah. Now, also Shabbat we should observe. 7 years you're allowed to work labor, and in the 7th year you don't labor on your field. Okay? Until when? The Torah tells us, when are you allowed to eat the 7th year produce? So long as the animals in the field have what to eat. Once the animals in the field have nothing to eat, what is the connection to us? Zero connection. To us, the Torah tells us this is how you observe it. Once the animals have nothing to eat on the field, then you're not allowed to eat 7 years produce anymore. Tishbot, same thing. The Torah tells us in Aliya, observe 6 days of labor, 7 days Shabbat, to still refrain from any work. Anybody who is in your family, even your servants, your workers, everybody should be standing away from fulfilling any work. Okay? Then it tells us, now it tells us holidays. Parshat Mishpatim has a lot over 50 mitzvot in it. Okay? So it tells you there's rules how to do karbanot, and there's talking about karbanot of Chagim. Now, the rules are relating to going into Eretz Israel, conquering the land. The Torah tells us that we are obligated to go in, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to do for us the wars. And how far is going to be the conquest? Hashem is going to destroy all the 7 nations before us. Going to be all the way from the land of Pelishtim. Some people approached me, here Rabbi Nachem, and they tell me it doesn't say anywhere in the Torah land of Palestine. People, and they're liars, right? They're going to tell you Torah word Israel, land of Israel, is mentioned 328 times. 28 times in Tanakh. Palestinians are not mentioned. It's not true. Palestinians are mentioned all over Bereshit. Palestinians are mentioned all over Bereshit and Shemot. The land of Palestine is mentioned a lot. But it's not what we're talking about. The land of Palestine was somewhere between Egypt and Israel. But there was not chas v'shalom to think that the land of Israel is Palestine. So that's just, again, midvar sheket irchak. Somebody told me, Rabbi, you agree with this? I say right away, chas v'shalom, we can't agree with sheker. The word of the land of Palestine is mentioned many times in the Torah, but it's not the same Palestine. Okay? And HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives promises in the 7th Aliyah. Those that observe Torah, we will have production, meaning we will not have women barren. We will not have, chas v'shalom, somebody who buries their children. Our women will have, there will be another way around. The children will bury the parents, and chas v'shalom, not the other way around, where parents are chas v'shalom burying the children. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives in this Aliyah, in this parasha, all those promises. Now, in the end, we got to the end of the parasha. Now, what happens again? Where does it say? Where do the Jews? Which parasha, Menachem? Yeah. Which parasha the Jews say Naaseh v'nishma? If you look at the whole Torah, you're gonna find it. You're not gonna find it in Parashat Yitro. In Parashat Yitro, it says Naaseh. Naaseh. No, does that say in Yitro v'nishma? In Parashat, in what's his name? In the Mishpatim, it says over here when Hashem told Moshe Rabbeinu to come up and to stay there for 40 days, as we know that in the end of the parasha is where Moshe Rabbeinu goes inside into the mount and stays there for 40 days. Now, the people are telling Moshe Rabbeinu, send the message to Hashem. Here, Perek Chav Dalet. Listen, Chevre, listen to this. Perek Chav Dalet Pasuk Vav. ויקח משה את חצי אדם וישם בהנהגות וחצי אדם זרק על המזבח. So now he was מקדש מזבח. פסוק זין. ויקח ספר הברית ויקרא באוזני העם. He took the Sefer Torah what he wrote till now, and he read it to the nation. ויאמרו כל אשר דיבר השם נעשה ונשמע. פסוק זין in פרק כ"ד. In this Aliyah, in the 7th Aliyah of this Shabbat, these are the words of נעשה ונשמע. And again, Moshe Rabbeinu went up to Shamayim, and he walked in there. It tells you now, describes to you the whole Aliyah in this parasha, and the Torah ends with the fact משה בתוך הענן ויעלה ההר ויהי משה בהר 40 יום ו40 לילה. This is Moshe Rabbeinu. This is what Torah is. You can't fathom it. You can't understand it. The Torah, the tzaddikim, are not from this world. When you hear a story sometimes from the Hasidic stories or the Rebbish stories, and they're telling you things that don't make sense. Because if you look at the Torah, how does this make sense? Chapter 24, Pasuk 18. ויבוא משה בתוך הענן, and Moshe walked into the mount, ויעלה להר, and he went up to the mountain, ויהי משה בהר 40 יום, and he was there for 40 days and 40 nights. That makes sense to you? No food, no drink, no sleep. This is what Torah is. People who learn it, why do people run to rabbis? You know why people run to rabbis? Because their holiness is above this world. And therefore, I give a bracha that Hashem, all of us over here should get to this level of being the rabbis that go above this world, and B'ezrat Hashem have Haganah and protect the Jewish nation. Have a wonderful Shabbat.